is destructive to men and women.
So you're against sex work? That should be illegal.
Sure.
You're against the filming of it, all that sort of stuff. You're against.
Yeah, I mean, look at what it
so
does.
You're against the Supreme Court's interpretation of the First Amendment, just to be clear. That's correct?
Well, I'm against certain types of speech. I mean, the Supreme Court also said you can't say certain things.
But the Supreme Court has actually weighed in on this issue, and the Supreme Court says porn is a legitimate expression of speech. Partake in it whether or not you want to.
Hey, the Supreme Court gets stuff wrong all the time, doesn't it?
I completely
There was a
agree.
time when they said, hey, black people not very important, right?
Totally,
And
and
so
they
we can
corrected
agree
it.
that they're not always right. I think you and I can agree that porn is not the kind of thing that people should be spending their time in.
I completely agree.
Millions and millions of men are spending their time in it, and we see what happens from it. It creates an economy where women are being exploited, right?
In certain cases, yes.
I mean, if you can make money from it, okay, cool. But you know how many women are like, well, I could just make a
understand, but
quick
let me
buck
just
on
explain.
OnlyFans, so I
I'm sorry
might
to
as well
interrupt.
do
I'm
it.
just
They
sorry to
don't want
interrupt.
to be doing it, most of the time.
I agree. Some of the people involved in OnlyFans do not want to participate. Let's use the example of Andrew Tate and all of his webcam girls. Those webcam girls were not participating for their will. They were captured in some way. They were ensnared by the lover boy model. So that type of porn, very, very bad. But someone in their bedroom, as a consenting adult, selling images of themselves is totally fine and is protected under the First Amendment. But again, brother, I don't understand what your point is. You're going, porn is stopping us hanging out with our wives. That is a fault of the man not turning the computer off and going and spending time with his wife because he's addicted.
I would
So
agree it
shouldn't
is
he
a
be
fault
given-
of the man as well, but a man can engage in something wrong while it being his fault to engage in that, but also the thing he does was wrong.
I completely agree with everything Ben has said. Not only am I in the middle ground, give me a corncob pint and a buckle shoe. I'm a trad male, boys.
Who found John?
I completely agree with everything you're saying. It is bad for you. It is bad for relationships. It's bad for women, and it's bad for men. It needs to be protected against kids. Kids should also be educated as to that porn is a fantasy, that it isn't real. That is not what a man looks like. That's not like a woman looks like. If you get into a van in Miami, that is not going to be the result. If you order a pizza, nothing like that is going to happen. And to that, I would say we need more education about sex. We need more education about our bodies, and we need more education about social media and the internet. So when a 9 or a 10-year-old is presented with a web page that says, don't click on this, they go, oh, this is something I'm not supposed to look at. And that goes to parenting. So I think we, in a macro sense, absolutely agree. But those are all details to the main meme of, I think porn should be available. I don't think anyone should watch it.
So the middle ground is no, men should not be spending their time watching.
I hope you're all sitting down. I also agree. No, men should not spend their time watching porn.
Awesome,
Thank you, guys.
okay.
Well done, brother. That was so fun.